Good day, y'all. Your day is going to continue to be productive, life changing, and if it is not, you are going to make it so, because it can always be worse. I have mentioned this in previous videos, but I figured I'll go ahead and do a video specifically for it and stay on track as much as possible. I feel like a lot of vloggers gives off this perception that it's easy, it's not as many hours put into it, not as many thought process put into it. There's a lot of flow happening. There's like this always dressed up, always with makeup, like fitting the typical stereotype that I've grown up, and a lot of people I know personally have grown up and seen on what mass media have gone ahead and provide us on what it is to be good. So what I mean by that is, in regards to like, there's not a lot of like curvaceous, non-petites, natural hair wearing, non-makeup wearing women that I see on social media. Now, I'm not going to say I have the best perspective, because I haven't really been consecutive on social media in long enough period of time. I just recently started getting back into it, which was probably about 3 or 4 months ago. But the time over the years that I have been on it, the fact that I haven't really come across and I have to go seek it out is sad. So I definitely want to change that. So that's like one of my priorities. The other one is just to make people happier, make people think more, make people more self-conscious in regards to everything, time, health, things like that. Just to be happy, be a motivational person. Like, I don't want to be a motivational speaker. I don't know if that will end up being my future, but as of right now, I'm good on where I stand. But my channel is basically to show you like the more realness aspect of life. Like, I try to make my videos as consistent and give like a flow to it as possible that you can follow along. There's a lot of videos that I've mentioned before that I recorded months ago when my first video was a year ago. So for example, I wasn't able to really consecutively record, right? So there was a lot of videos that I still made, like I went live and stuff like that, but I didn't upload it on here because I felt like, okay, I need to edit it, I need to put time aside to do that, and it just seemed like it never was going to happen. So that's why a few months ago I decided, start. You want to be as real as possible, take them on your journey of becoming a better vlogger, or going back to you, because I definitely feel like I am on a journey going back to me, because those 2 jobs consumed my life, and I never thought I'd be here, but I was there. I'm not there anymore, thank God. So I decided to just jump into it, and there's a lot of videos that I just downloaded and saved from me going live on Facebook or Instagram that you guys can see that I don't have the tripod. You guys aren't propped appropriately, and it's like, when I see these videos, I'm like, and there's a lot of editing that happens. For example, there's like a 20-25 minute video that I had, and it went down to like 4 minutes that I posted on here. So it's not like I'm just posting any kind of content. Not at all. My perspective has definitely changed. I still want to be real as possible. That's never going to change. I pray to God. But they're still like, and that's why I do the editing, and I put it down 4 minutes instead of 25 minutes. So I'm definitely not going and posting and giving you guys content on the mindset that, this is content. You can hear audio on this. I'm just going to, I definitely believe in quality, so that's not what I'm doing. But I want to make sure I stay as real as possible in regards to like, I'm really taking you on this journey. I'm not showing you just what I want to see. Like I mentioned before, for example, I'm not used to vlogging in public, so you don't see a lot of videos with me vlogging in public, but you see some videos. So I'm slowly but surely getting used to it, and I just want to let you guys know I'm going to be real like that. Like, you might not see a lot of videos in public, you might not see a lot of videos in the stores, because I can see why people get uncomfortable when you see someone you know, videotaping. You might think they're just videotaping you. So I try to make sure when I do it, there's like a balance to it. Like I make sure I'm staring at the camera. I didn't do it like in the aisle where somebody's right there and they can think that, okay, so that's the right reason why I should recorded it. But anyways, yeah, so there's a lot of content that I've recorded that I'm still trying to, okay, so there's some videos that you see the tripod and then you see that you notice, you realize I have a tripod, and then you notice that, okay, most likely she doesn't have one, right? And it's mostly because I'm trying to make sure I save those videos. Those videos been on my phone for like a year. Like I save those videos on the intent to share it with the world. So I'm trying to make sure I get through those and I share it with the world. I had that mindset, but with the reception here is so bad. So majority, like, the reason why there's like there's a tripod and then there's not, is because while home, some videos are easier to pull than others. Some videos it takes a really long to download from iCloud, and some do not. So that's why you see the transition. But I'm definitely working on doing better. For example, just sharing those content first, no matter how long it takes. I just have to increase my patience and dive into something that will keep me preoccupied and not needing my phone. And that's the most probably the hardest part. Honestly, I literally only used my phone before I started vlogging to research something, to call or text somebody if I need to talk to my bosses or the companies that I work for. I'm not a phone person. That's specifically why, like, I don't want to be a phone person. That's specifically why I got a laptop, for example. So in case I need to do research, it's easier to type and locate something, and I don't get annoyed by the small phone that I'm just like, or I got a watch, so, which I need to fix. So in case I need the time, I don't need my phone. I have a watch. Like, I started going back to church. I bought a Bible carrying, like, I forgot, compartment, I guess, so that way I can get back used to taking notes and not be on my phone in church and possibly get distracted by a notification and be like, oh, let me look at this real quick. Yeah, I don't ever want to get dependent on technology. Oh yeah, the other thing I really use it for is like GPS. I'm not there with addresses yet, so yeah. But yeah, so I think I covered everything on, like, you know, the flow. So there's some videos where it's like, and I'm trying to make sure a lot of videos I'm not like moving the camera around, but there's some videos, which is not a lot now that I think about it, it's probably like less than 5 that happens. And the reason why I share it is because it's part of vlogging. Like, it's going to fall, you're going to set it up a certain way, and then in the midst of you recording, it moves. Like, I just want to keep that realness to it, and I trust and believe. I know I'm going to get better with my time management where that doesn't happen, or I'm going to be able to angle it where it doesn't just moves. So it's not like it's going to be a consistent thing, but I just want to make sure everyone, you know, like, I do a video where I explain exactly, you know, the essence of me, of this company. And as you can see, my art behind me, for example, that wasn't in most of my videos, it wasn't in there, but, you know, as I come along, I'm doing certain things where I'm like, okay, I like that, I'm gonna change it to that. Like, this is more effective. Like, this is the flow. Like, another thing is my hair. As mentioned in previous videos, I went natural, probably, whatever, this is not the video for that. So I went natural a few years ago, and the only reason I started wearing wigs is because I decided I wanted to get 2 jobs, because the current job I had did not provide me enough money to actually have a savings account, and I just wanted to get a lot of goals accomplished sooner rather than later. So, well, it's not that it didn't allow me to have a savings account, it was just very hard to get a savings account. In regards to like, okay, if stuff hit the fan and I need this amount of money, I would need to pull it out a loan or something, or it would take me 3 months or 4 months to get this thing or pay this thing off, compared to if I get enough income, I would be able to handle that things because I already have a savings account, and I would just have to probably constrict my budget for like a month or two at the least, right? So I'll make another video in regards to that. But anyways, so yeah, I decided to get 2 jobs, and I actually wore my natural hair for quite a while. One of my recent videos was me during that time with my natural hair. I had a gray shirt on, so I actually was able to do it good flow with that schedule. So it allowed me to have time to do my hair. So as you can see in the recent video, I was allowed to, you know, keep doing my natural hair. But as time went by, and as a workaholic as I am, I took on more hours and things like that, and then in the long run it was just too much. And I started wearing wigs, I believe last year. Yeah, probably last year, July or August. And I was back to working multiple jobs, and I just didn't have the time for it. So that was very long, although it's like 3 minutes, whatever. I say that to say this. You will see me in most of my videos, not most of my videos, but some of my videos are on the weekend, and I'm not wearing a wig because I wholeheartedly believe, as much as I've been working in the last few months, the weekends when I'm off is my day to relax. Like, no bra, be as much relaxed as possible, just to like maximize on my relaxation. And now that I am going to get more time on my schedule and have better time management, I'm going to start wearing back my natural hair. Probably next weekend, Sunday might be my first time back, because I'm getting more familiar with my hair, all that good stuff. I'm getting off track. So in regards to tying this into the whole real and being real with you guys as much as possible, I wear my natural hair as much as possible when I'm off. So for example, on my days off, probably when I come home, you probably see it in the last video. If you follow my Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, you'll probably see it in the last video, because I'm myself trying to get used to my natural hair and like being on camera with my natural hair. Like I didn't redo it this weekend. I try to redo it like every weekend, like braid it so it's easy with the wig. I haven't redone it yet, but again, I want to be as real as possible. And like, so yeah, I am not your typical vlogger that I've seen. Yeah, so I think that covers everything. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It does make a difference. I thought it did not before I started this whole journey, but it definitely does. You can find me on Instagram for just the vlogging under the Queen Beast, Twitter also, Snapchat also, and then for the business account, you can find me under Eccentric, spelled just like it is on here, ECSYNCTRIC, for just the art. And you guys have a wonderful day.